Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming this afternoon. I'm sure that many of you know this is a huge announcement for Casa Grande. Would like to introduce all the elected officials that are here today. I know there's a bunch of you, so if you just kind of wave your hand for everybody, that would be appreciated. I will introduce the council separately because they are part of this whole operation. You never do anything by yourself. So, in no particular order, Dick Powell, Ralph Varela, Mary Kortzen, Lisa Fitzgibbons, thank you, and Matt Herman. They give me a bad time on council nights. We do council reports, and I try to vary who's first and second. So, there are a number of other people here that some of which are going to speak because this has truly been a collaborative effort. But I think one person that we really do need to recognize individually is Jakob Anderson. It's his property that this project is going to go on, and this is a really complicated deal, so Jakob, thank you for persevering. This is truly an exciting moment and an exciting time for our state, for our region, and for the city of Casa Grande. And if you doubt for a minute that it's not a state and regional issue, plug into Twitter right now. I understand that what's the word? Trending. Thank you. Thank you. I'm enormously proud to stand up here today on behalf of the city of Casa Grande and express how pleased we are to welcome Lucid Motors to our community. Lucid Motors will tell you a little bit about their project in a few minutes, but just some brief things. Today's announcement comes as a result of a strong collaborative effort between Lucid Motors, the Office of Governor Ducey, Arizona's federal delegation, the Arizona Commerce Authority, Pinal County, and the city of Casa Grande. And I will tell you, it took every bit of all those people to make this happen today. Countless days and hours have been invested by our state, county, and local stakeholders to see this exciting project come to fruition. Poised with vital infrastructure, talented workforce, and key proximity to regional supply chain, Casa Grande has proven to be an ideal site for future success of Lucid Motors. As mentioned previously, the arrival of Lucid Motors is projected to create 2,000 jobs by 2022 and includes a capital investment of $700 million. Significant impact will not only be felt in our city, but within the region and also within the state. In the past 5 years, Casa Grande has worked diligently to attract companies that can serve as economic drivers in our entire region. This strategic investment by Lucid Motors continues to demonstrate the many attributes that define Casa Grande as a promising area for long-term growth and success. I look forward to seeing the arrival of Lucid Motors and permanently change the landscape of Casa Grande and see it propel us forward as a regional leader for technology innovation and distinguish us as a premier place for manufacturing and distribution. I would also like to recognize a couple of other people that have put in unbelievable hours on the city staff. And I know the county has got a similar group that has done the same thing, but I know Richard Wilkie, Larry Raines, and former city manager Jim Thompson have worked hours and hours and hours to make this happen. So thank you guys. Finally, on behalf of the Casa Grande City Council, our entire community would like to welcome Lucid Motors, and we look forward to sharing your future successes. We do have a number of speakers, and I will come up and introduce each one before they start. The first one is Brian Barron. He is the Director of Manufacturing with Lucid Motors.
Thank you, Mayor. City Council members, Pinal County Board of Supervisors, and distinguished guests. It's a pleasure to be here with you today to make this historic announcement. We at Lucid embarked on this selection process over a year ago, and the experience has been extraordinary to say the least. We started with over 60 potential factory sites in 13 states across the U.S. But we're standing here today because we've chosen the state of Arizona, Pinal County, and the city of Casa Grande. There are many reasons we chose you, but chief among them is for the true commitment you've shown to Lucid Motors. We chose Arizona, but specifically Pinal County and Casa Grande, because you showed genuine interest in our company from the outset. Because you've negotiated in fairness and with understanding, and because you continue working together with us from a partnership perspective and not just from a business perspective. Over the course of this process, I believe we've established a strong working relationship that will serve as the foundation for decades of success for all parties involved. The spirit of collaboration and understanding has been critical in bringing this plan together. This includes the unending support from the beginning and throughout the entire process by the City Council and the County Board of Supervisors. Specifically, City Mayor Bob Jackson and Pinal County Board of Supervisors Representative Todd House. Thank you. And also, as the Mayor mentioned, the dedication and priority that were given by both Casa Grande City Manager Larry Raines and County Manager Greg Stanley. Thanks a lot for all of your support, guys. Arizona is the perfect place for Lucid to locate its manufacturing facility. Fortune magazine recently named the Phoenix metropolitan area the hottest location for automotive technology. Here, our team has access to an excellent workforce, forward-thinking institutions, and a strong regional supply chain. Reflecting on all of this, I believe we've chosen the right place. Pinal County and the Casa Grande location itself is ideal for Lucid. Readiness was a key focus during the site selection process, and this site is truly ready to go with the required infrastructure and site attributes. The site is a short flight from Lucid's Silicon Valley headquarters, and it also has good proximity to rail, major interstates, ports, training facilities, utilities, and much more. The Lucid team is excited to get started. In 2017, we'll start construction on our facility and begin the hiring process. On that topic, I do want to say thank you to the Arizona Commerce Authority's Navigator Program, Arizona at Work, One Stop, and the Community College Network, including Central Arizona College, who will be supporting us to recruit and train the necessary associates to get this factory up and running. We've already begun developing this process of training and recruiting, and we look forward to continuing to make progress in these efforts. In 2018, we will begin production of our first model. And by the end of 2022, our plan is to have over 2,000 full-time employees working on site with over $700 million invested in this facility. This will be a major undertaking, but with the relationships we've already collectively established, success is definitely within our reach. At Lucid Motors, we're developing a vehicle that will lead the new era of mobility. A vehicle that redefines what driving performance and experience is all about. A vehicle that encapsulates the passion and ingenuity of our highly experienced team. And I believe, once again, we have found the right partners to help make this vision a reality. It is exciting to look into our future, the economic growth potential we have, the exciting vehicles we will be building together, the opportunity to have a major impact on the future of mobility. We looked all over the United States to find the right community to share in this endeavor. And it is you, the people of the great state of Arizona, Pinal County, and Casa Grande. So on behalf of the entire team at Lucid, I say thank you, and let's get it done.
Our next speaker is going to be Peter Rawlinson, who is the Chief Technology Officer for Lucid Motors.
Thank you so much. I'd just really like to reaffirm what Brian has said. All of us at Lucid Motors are so delighted to be here today and to have Casa Grande as part of our ongoing adventure. I would like to say that Brian, my colleague, he is an ex-Navy man, and I know how thorough he is. And it's not happenstance that we've arrived at Casa Grande. Brian's conducted an extensive search right across the US, and for very good reasons we've chosen the state of Arizona and the city of Casa Grande as our location. It is just ideal culturally and logistically to match the vision and plan we have to realizing this vehicle. Now, we've brought along two of our alpha prototypes today. It's a fairly bold move because a traditional car company may bring a show car along, which is a bit glitzier, but we're showing raw prototypes here because this is the real deal. Technology and all. There's a lot of wiring in the car. You see the bare aluminum. You see the computers. These are engineering tools, and they're going back on test tomorrow. The one here, which is chassis number 2, has already been driving autonomously earlier this week and is going back to do some driving of its own autonomously tomorrow, and will be joined by chassis number 4 across there. Let me tell you a little bit about the cars. This started with a clear vision, that electrification can provide so much more for a vehicle than we've experienced in the past. By fully exploiting the true potential of electric architecture and electric technology, electric powertrain, we can explore so many opportunities within the vehicle to make it so much more valuable proposition and enjoyable experience for driving and passenger alike. It's first of all a great driver's car. I love driving. It's got 1,000 horsepower. It'll do 0 to 60 in well under 3 seconds. And also we're going to have extraordinary range. Base model around 300 mile range, and we will have a version with up to 400 miles range. Now we'll need a lot of energy in the battery pack to achieve that, and we'll need 130 kilowatt hours of energy to achieve this 400 mile range, and the car needs to be extraordinarily aerodynamic and very efficient as a whole system in order to achieve that. And in this car we believe we've achieved all those things. But the really unique thing about this car is the package and the layout and the imaginative use of three-dimensional space to create a new paradigm. We've made more space for the occupants, more space for the driver, more space for the passengers, more legroom, more comfort. And how have we done that? We've been able to condense the electric powertrain into compact areas of dense technology around the front and rear wheel axles to make this four-wheel drive car quite an extraordinary experience inside. So we have a car which is more compact, about the size of a Mercedes E-Class or an Audi A6, with the interior space more akin to a long wheelbase S-Class Mercedes or a long wheelbase Audi A8. And this is a breakthrough in technology, imaginative use of space, sculpting all the technological parts of the car to give more space for the occupants. This will give a great experience, and is so suitable for the emerging paradigm of modern mobility. And we see this confluence of electrification, of connectivity, and we see shared mobility emerging, the Uber and Lyft models, and autonomous driving. And this conflation of these four emerging technologies and trends in transportation are so synergistic. We believe that this platform uniquely meets those future needs. And so we're so proud to be here to have Casa Grande part of this adventure, and together, in a spirit of collaboration and partnership, together we can realize this dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. If you're a car guy, 1,000 horsepower, that's, I think that's a lot. Yeah. Our next speaker is going to be Sandra Watson. who is the CEO of the Arizona Commerce Authority.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good afternoon. On behalf of Governor Ducey and the Arizona Commerce Authority's Board of Directors, I would like to say thank you all for joining us this afternoon here in Casa Grande. What an incredible day for this community and for the entire state of Arizona. Today's long-anticipated announcement that Lucid Motors would locate its manufacturing operation in Casa Grande is drawing attention all over the country. Yes, we can clap for that. I would like to recognize all of the state and local officials and the members of the business community who are here with us today. I would also like to thank Governor Ducey for his incredible leadership and direct involvement, as well as Sonora Governor Claudia Pavlovich, who has been an excellent regional partner. I'd also like to thank Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake, as well as Casa Grande Mayor Bob Jackson and Pinal County Supervisor Todd House. The teams at the city and county were just amazing to work with. I'd like to especially recognize Larry Raines, Greg Stanley, Tim Knavel, and Richard Wilkie for all of their hard work on this project. And of course, yes. And of course, we would not be here celebrating this exciting opportunity if it were not for Lucid Motors and their confidence in Arizona. We have had the great pleasure of working with and getting to know Lucid's outstanding executive team, and we thank them each for selecting Arizona. This project has been a true partnership and collaboration between Lucid and all levels of government, state and local and county governments. Arizona has once again demonstrated our value proposition resonates strongly with modern technology, businesses searching for a location to scale and succeed. During this competitive process, you heard Brian talk about how many states were involved. 13 states and over 60 sites. And Casa Grande was the clear winner. The outcome clearly shows that Arizona has the attributes to meet the long-term growth needs of a company like Lucid. Top talent, a thriving tech sector, strong regional supply chain, and key infrastructure. Lucid's plans to hire over 2,000 full-time employees and invest significant capital in Casa Grande community by the end of 2022, helping to enhance Arizona's reputation as a premier location for the automotive industry. Lucid has also made a commitment to training and hiring Arizona veterans, and that's something we are especially proud of. Yes. This is the second 2,000 plus jobs announcement in just 2 weeks for Arizona. It is clear that Arizona is leading the nation in attracting innovative companies like Lucid Motors to our state and creating modern jobs for a modern economy. Arizona is absolutely committed to businesses that are advancing the technology of the future. In closing, I would like to thank everyone here again for your help and continued support in making this happen. Thank you.
Our next speaker is going to be Todd House, Chairman of the Pinal County Board of Supervisors.
Thank you. I'm going to say we got 3-4 supervisors here. When we took office in 2013, we were on a crusade to bring economic development to Pinal County. And over the last, I'm going to say 2 years, I think we've been very successful in bringing new jobs and new economic development to Pinal County. Feeding Smart is finally going up with the construction moving forward. Tessa has announced that they're going to have a big project off of I-8. Applegate Insulation is moving in just down the operations into Casa Grande, and now Lucid Motors is making this big announcement today. The county's focus on bringing jobs is paying off. We've been working on this for a long time. I'd just like to say that I enjoy the relationship between the state, the county, and the city of Casa Grande in getting this done, because just now we just showed everybody how you do it, and this is how we work forward. If everybody works together and pulls together as a team, it works well. And I'm proud that we were able to pull this together today. Also, we have to be careful because we have to make sure that we have an adequate workforce to be able to take care of the needs. We're working through workforce development through Arizona at Work, Pinal County, and the Central Arizona College is going to work with us closely to make sure that we have courses in place to make sure that we can have a workforce available for them. Our infrastructure is going to be in place. We're going to, City of Casa Grande and County working together to make sure that we've done our part of the bargain and everything's ready to go. This is just one of a bunch of new things that are coming to this area. We considered that we were watching it a long time, and I'd just like to say the Board of Supervisors, the executive staff, and employees of Pinal County want to send a warm welcome to Lucid Motors, and we're looking forward to helping create a prosperous future for their company and our county. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Next speaker is going to be County Manager Greg Stanley.
Thank you, Mayor. And I ditto on all the thanks.
That's easy.
But I do want to say the Board of Supervisors very supportive of me and the staff in setting the climate and the things that we're doing. But I got to say thanks to this whole team, the state team, the city team, the county team, Tim Knavel, I see Valentine, I see Roz back here. I mean, just a great effort from a whole lot of people that helped put this together. But I got to tell a couple of things. One is back in August, they came over and they brought Edna, and that's when they announced to us. We couldn't tell anybody else, which just drove us crazy. But they told us they were coming here and they'd made their decision. And we went out and we got a test ride in Edna. And if you haven't looked, get a chance, look at the Lucid Motors website, look under stories, and watch these videos of Edna, which is the van that they brought that day. It was 112 degrees. They still wanted to come here. The air conditioning worked great in the thing. But they took us out, and I remember Richard, after we'd finished, Richard Wilkie comes back and he says, that was an e-ticket ride. It is absolutely amazing, and just so happy that they have chosen Pinal County and the city of Casa Grande. And I do want to say some things to Brian about, you've looked all this, your site, you looked at the rail and the site availability, but I got to tell you some things about Pinal County and what a great place it is to play as well. And I want you to pass this message on to your employees and your future employees. If you look on the eastern side of Pinal County, there are just some great places to go see and visit. And I'd start up in the Superstition Mountains. There's a wilderness area that you can go on some of the best hiking in the world. As you move down, you go by some incredible copper mining communities. Then you get down into, if you're a bird watcher, you can go into the San Pedro River and do bird watching that is world-class bird watching. People can come from all over the world to go there. If you're into tarantulas, you can do some night visits and look at tarantulas over on that side of the county. In fact, they have a convention every year down in Pima County. There are the Arizona Trail goes through Pinal County. It starts at the southern border with Mexico, goes all the way to the northern border of Arizona, but it is a tremendous hike, and the areas through Pinal County are just incredibly gorgeous. If when you're out here in the spring, you see the Mexican poppies blooming. You can look on Picacho Peak, and it turns yellow. It's an incredible place to be, and you will really love it. And just day rides from here, there are all kinds of other things you can do. You can go to Sedona. You can go see baseball games. There's everything in the world you want here, and I think your employees are going to love it. And I'm just really thrilled about your hiring preference for veterans, being a veteran myself. I think it's just, this is going to be great for Pinal County, and it's a great day to be in Pinal County. Thank you.
It's a common theme here. I think, it's been a long journey, but I think everybody will tell you that, no journey is worth it unless it's long and hard. And This one has been a challenge, but I think at the end of the day, it's a great thing. Our last speaker today is going to be our city manager, Larry Raines.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayor. It is a little pressure. How do you follow 7 keynote speakers like that? I might as well throw away my prepared list, Richard, and go just ad lib as I had planned to anyhow. But what a wonderful day in Casa Grande. Certainly exciting news. It's been a great day, and I want to thank everybody for coming out and being part of this fantastic endeavor. I am going to ad lib a little bit, but try to focus on a couple of topics. I was going to tell the Edna story, but Greg stole that from me as well. I guess first and foremost, what I want everybody to know is that I think there's this perception that economic development happens overnight. And this story in itself really does speak to the fact that economic development takes a lengthy period of time. I mean, we've worked on this thing for over a year. I know that Brian talked about the extensive in-depth reviews and evaluations as they narrowed the sites, and it really speaks to Casa Grande and to the team that we've assembled here with the county and the state to bring Lucid Motors to Casa Grande. I do want to make special note in regards to our economic efforts here in Casa Grande, and that is that we have a strategic vision amongst our council, and they several years ago made the effort to begin to put in public infrastructure for economic development. And quite frankly, it's not easy. It's not easy to invest millions of dollars building infrastructure that isn't providing services to anybody today. It's something that you're betting on to come. Build it, and they will come. And quite frankly, the investments that we've made with our sewer infrastructure and our roadway infrastructure really is what becomes the catalyst, the foundation to economic development. And I think Brian touched on it today. I know the mayor talked about it a little bit. The fact of the matter is that really that's what begins to set Casa Grande apart, is that we do have shovel-ready sites when these economic development prospects come to Casa Grande and are looking. And the mayor talked about, just briefly, about the partnership that we have with the landowners, and I know we've got several landowners in the audience today, and quite frankly, without you, it's not easy to assemble several hundred acres of land for any project, I might add. But Jakob Anderson and his team always do a fantastic job, and we have several local landowners that are part of this deal. And nothing is ever easy, but we kept the group together. We worked diligently to get us to this point today, and quite frankly, as a resident of the city of Casa Grande, I was proud to be able to work side by side with several of you out in the audience as we put these land deals together and kept them together. And really what I found is that Casa Grande is still a special place. There's still a sense of trust. You can shake somebody's hand and know that they're going to respect that, and that means the world when you're working on a project of this magnitude. I do want to talk a little bit about, and so let me just step back to the infrastructure. Certainly the council deserves a round of applause and just for their vision and their commitment to our strategic endeavors. And so let's thank them. We work several economic development projects on an annual basis. And I've got to tell you that when we met this Lucid team and their site selector, I don't know if we could mention. When we met this group, we knew that it was going to be special. The relationship that was really formed, and the ongoing efforts to work diligently to a common cause became very apparent to us at the city, and the process was excellent. And I certainly want to thank, and I know we've got several members of Lucid, but Brian, we've certainly appreciated working with you, and I know Peter and Zach have been out, and there's several other team members. It's just really been a great experience for us here in Casa Grande, and quite frankly, if I had to script a process that really worked for both, I think, the prospect and the city, it would be this one. It just really came together. It was very in depth, and a lot of time spent on that on both parts, certainly from the state and the county as well. And so my hat's off in meeting that goal. And certainly to the Lucid team, I just want to let you know that from a Casa Grande's perspective, and I know I speak on behalf of the county and the state, we're not going to let you down. We're going to make sure that we get this thing across the finish line and help you achieve your goals as a company. I mean, we're looking forward to the 2,000 new jobs in Casa Grande by 2022. I want to speak just a minute, since I have the opportunity today, to talk about our city staff. I know that sometimes in today's world, there's a perception about government employees, and I got to tell you, it's untrue. When these economic development prospects come into the office, and certainly this particular project, you know, I walk into the room and I assemble our key staff, and I ask them to reprioritize some of their projects, and that's not always easy because we're pretty busy. But I got to tell you, this group stepped up, and we were very responsive. We had deadlines. The entire team, in fact, every city employee from the director level down has some involvement in this. But to echo the words of many that have sat here today, I do want to especially thank Richard Wilkie. He's kind of shepherded this project through this process. He's kept it on track. And really deserves the brunt of all of the accolades from the city's perspective. I also want to thank Kayla Fulmer for putting on this fantastic event, and I know she's running around here somewhere. She's really coordinated. Where's she at? Oh, she sat down. She coordinated all of this, and so we certainly appreciate that. And it looks like you're beginning to shiver a little bit sitting in the shade, and so. Again, I just want to close, and I'm sure the mayor's going to even make a couple of additional closing comments. I want to close by encouraging all of you that have not had a chance to look at these alpha products that Lucid's going to be manufacturing here in Casa Grande. Embrace that. Certainly a big win for Casa Grande today, and we all ought to be excited about that. Thank you.
You know, it is getting a little chilly out here tonight, so we'll make it short and sweet. But you know, you've heard this collaboration story over and over, and you know, I've been here quite a while, and I've seen lots of projects. I don't think I've ever seen one that required the collaborative effort that this one did. And as Larry said, I think it was all about keeping your eye on the ball and pushing forward with the project. And to Lucid Motors, I will tell you, our goal is if there's any delays, they won't be on our part. So we'll go as fast as you want us to go. So I think, Larry, we do have refreshments. You have some closing comments?
Actually, Mayor, we're going to let everybody just kind of look at the cars for a bit, and then when we're ready, we'll...
Okay. That's all we're going to talk about tonight. If you haven't seen the cars, go help yourself. We'll all be standing around here. If you've got questions, come on up and ask. Thank you all.